Shalom Uvracha. There's a special halacha which is said specifically concerning Sukkah. The wording of the Gemara is that Shem Shamayim Chal ala Sukkah. The name of heaven applies to the Sukkah. And the halacha is that the Sukkah itself and anything that's joined to the Sukkah, even the decorations of the Sukkah, we're not allowed to use them for mundane uses. They're dedicated for the specific, for the special elevation of the Sukkah. And this is unusual. We know that usually mitzvah items do not become forbidden for mundane use. The Gemara in Shabbos asks this question concerning Hanukkah candles. The Gemara says, why should Hanukkah candles be forbidden for any other use? Is there kedusha? Is there sanctity in Hanukkah candles? And the general answer is no. There's no special kedusha, no sanctity in mitzvah items. So why is the Sukkah different? Moreover, the Sukkah is different even from matzah, the matzah of Pesach. The matzah of Pesach doesn't become forbidden for mundane uses. You can eat it on Pesach, you can also eat it outside of Pesach, you can do other things with it. It doesn't become forbidden. It doesn't have kedusha, while the Sukkah does. Why? Why is the matzah not kadosh? Doesn't have this special level, this special layer of sanctity, while the Sukkah does. I think the simple answer to this is that Sukkah is a different phase, a different stage than Pesach. Pesach, we come out of Mitzrayim. We're born as a nation on Pesach, and we're born together with the revelation of Hashem. The Shem Hashem, the name of Hashem, is revealed upon us, first of all, on Pesach, at Yetzias Mitzrayim. That's where we begin. We begin like a newborn infant. Like a newborn infant, we need a special diet in order to enable us to contain this special revelation of our emunah, our most basic, fundamental faith that we receive at Yetzias Mitzrayim. That's where we begin. When we come to Sukkos, we're already at a different stage. Sukkot is the beginning of the year, the natural year that begins in this month of Tishrei, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, then Sukkot. The Torah calls it B'tzei Hashanah, at the end of the previous year, the beginning of the new year, or B'tkufat Hashanah, meaning the transition from the previous cycle to the new cycle. That's Sukkot. That is the festival of Sukkot, the festival that begins the year. And when we begin the year, we're starting our natural lives with all of their richness, our lives in their fullness. Sukkot is when we join, when we merge, the initial revelation, this amazing insight of our emunah that we receive on Pesach, and at Sukkot we merge it together with our lives in all of their richness, in all of their fullness. And that's the idea of the Sukkah. We recall the Ananei HaKavod, we recall the clouds of glory, according to Rabbi Akiva, or according to Rabbi Eliezer, we recall the simple booths that we lived with in the wilderness, in the desert. Why? Because we glean this insight that Hashem is with us. He's with us on our journeys. He's with us in our natural, simple, physical lives. He's with us everywhere. We bring this insight into the Sukkah. The Sukkah itself represents all of the richness of our lives. We do everything in the Sukkah. We eat in the Sukkah. We sleep in the Sukkah. The Mishnah says we're metayel in the Sukkah, meaning we chill in the Sukkah. We do everything. The full richness of our lives, we live in the Sukkah, and into that life we bring this insight of Hashem's presence, of Hashem's guidance, of Hashem being a part of our lives wherever it is. So Pesach, we just begin. It's just the very insight of our emunah, our fundamental faith. Sukkot is where we merge that insight with everything that we do, with our entire lives. And that's why the Sukkah is special, that the Shem Shamayim, the name of heaven, the name of Hashem, is chal. It applies. It's implemented in the Sukkah. That's why the Sukkah has this special sanctity beyond any other mitzvah. The Sukkah is unique. It's the basic insight that Hashem is with us in our lives, in our physical space, in what we do, in the Sukkah itself. That's why we find in the Zohar tells us that Sukkah, the word Sukkah, has the same gematria, the same numerical value as the combination of two names. Shem Havaya Baruch Hu, Yud Kei Vav Kei, and Shem Adnos. 65 is Aleph Dalet Nun Yud 65, Shem Havaya is 26, together 91, like the gematria of the word Sukkah. Why the combination of these two names? Well, Shem Havaya is the revelation itself. It's our basic emunah. It's the Shem Havaya, Hashem, that's revealed upon us. But Shem Adnos is the way we say the Shem Havaya. We cannot pronounce, we cannot articulate the Shem Havaya in our world. Its elevation doesn't fully apply to our world because our world is an amalgam, good and evil. The full revelation cannot be articulated in our world. What do we say? Aleph Dalet Nun Yud, which is the way in which the Shem Havaya applies over here in our lives, in our world. It's the combination of those two names. That combination is the Sukkah. It's the way in which the first insight of our basic faith in Hashem applies to our physical lives in all of their complexity, in all of their fullness and their richness. That's why the Sukkah has the Shem Shamayim. That's why it has this Kedusha, and that's why this festival is such an amazing joy. On the one hand, we're happy with the ingathering of the produce, Chag HaAsif, but together with that, we're joyous with this insight that Hashem is in our asif. He's in our produce. He's in our lives. He's everywhere. And after 7 days in the Sukkah, we're able to come home, back into our final day of the festival, Shmini Atzeres, and continue this insight for the entire year. We should be Zoicha to have a Chag Sameach, a joyous festival, and the entire year should be filled with this amazing insight of Hashem being a part of our very physical lives in everything that we do, in the full scope, the full richness of our lives. Hashem should give us a wonderful year filled with Birchas Hashem, filled with His blessing, and filled with His hashgacha, with His constant supervision and guidance.